Hey, what's up? It's your boy Sky, and I'm hanging out with Rob on Front Row Live.
This is your new home. Talk to me about, getting with Warner Records and like how did this kind of happen for you?
Getting with Warner, shit, it came quick. Pause. Damn, that was crazy. It came quick. It came quick.
This is probably like the first time you've actually like thought about it.
Pause. It came very fast and suddenly, to be real.
Yeah.
So, how it happened though was through I was coming out here, had my last $2,000. I was coming out here to work with a friend of mine that got me on a feature with Slushii. His name is Randy, and just 2 days before I came out here, my management reached out to me, and I just so happened to be coming out here when they were out here. Had a conversation with who's my manager now, and we're from the same exact place in Orlando.
Damn.
Know the same people, and literally are inspired by doing this music shit by the same guy. Well, inspired to do this because of the same person we know of back in the day. And there's this guy named Kikanani that I guess was his best friend, and I didn't know, but was also one of the best rappers I've ever heard in my life. And one day I saw him at a Taco Bell. He gave me food, which is not bad to have a job at Taco Bell, but it felt like Superman served me tacos.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, Superman shouldn't be here. You know what I mean? So that pushed me to want to do this. And then when I came out here, we signed a management deal, and then they sent Hotboy out to their networks, and boom, Warner was the first to call after 9 days.
Damn. What do you think it was about Hotboy that really got their attention like that quickly?
I don't know. I don't know exactly, but I know that I did it on purpose. Like I know that I sold it to myself first. The video, I had the video done 6 months before the deal. I had the song done a year before that.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I know that I strategically sold it to myself for it to be sold to someone else.
Right.
So I don't really know the right answer for that, but that'll be it. That'll be the answer for that.
Now with like music industry, I feel like we're in the world where like so many artists like know the business now before they get to a label, before they get management, so to speak. So I feel like at the same time, it makes competition even harder. So, do you feel like you had much competition, trying to make a name for yourself, like in the beginning of your career? Like you kind of create your own path in the music, but do you feel like there was so much competition trying to be heard?
I feel like being heard, yeah, there's a competition for that, but I was never competitive, so I never looked at it like that.
Yeah.
Like that's actually like a I guess just part of the game, it being a competition to be heard for sure. But me approaching it in a competitive way was never a thing. I was never like, I feel like if we came out of different women and we have different moms and different life experiences, if you're not a mirror, then we're not the same. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, wow, how could we compete? If we're not the same person and we don't have the same point of views on things. So you can't really be better than me or me better than you. So never looked at rapping competitive, but I guess getting heard and making people choose you over others is a competitive thing.
Yeah.
So, but I never felt that pressure.
Now, how do you feel? How do you feel like you challenge yourself, like to kind of be the artist that you are today?
By not thinking, like not thinking.
Not having that mentality.
Yeah, just not thinking at all. Just like wanting, like I look at my brain like our iPhones. We have a certain amount of hard drive space.
Yeah.
And it's like you can control what you keep in there. So it's like I'm Xing out like caring what GMO stands for, to have space,
Right.
to know another rap bar. You get what I'm saying? It's like, so even though I know what GMO means, but actually I don't know the last letter. I know it's genetically modified.
I don't know the last one either.
Does anyone know the last one? GMO?
Organics, maybe? I don't know.
Object? I guess we all don't know shit.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Organism? Wow, I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, fuck that. You know, I'm gonna delete that. I even learned that now
Right.
because you know, just put a rap bar in there.
for that.
Yeah, don't got space for that shit. You know, so fuck the times. Like we don't got space for that shit.
You said you kind of set yourself up for Hotboy, and then that came out, and obviously it was a success. I mean, the label loved it. You got signed. Now you're getting ready to drop like your first music for 2020. So do you feel like you're doing that same kind of? Do you feel like you have that same mindset where you're kind of setting yourself up before you actually kind of release the music?
Um, I feel like now, after a few months of being signed, I'm in that mindset for sure.
Yeah.
Before I was moving around frivolously and more respectfully, learning everything, and just a few things happened along the line. I experienced a few things, learned a few things, and I'm more comfortable now being signed.
Yeah.
I was trying to understand it before because it wasn't like the whole fame thing don't really kick me. The whole like oh money or fame is that didn't really that's not in me, you know. So it's just like me trying to figure out my how to live in this world of this new world of mine and now that I lived in it for a little bit, I get it a little more, and I'm more confident moving in it and moving forward.
Talk to me about this upcoming release, Nutella being one of the ones that you're about to drop. Like, why do you feel like this is the perfect track for an to introduce for 2020 for the new year?
We weren't supposed to talk about it, Tyler.
At all? I was like, damn, you're tricking me right now, man.
Get this in the interview. Got him.
I started sweating, man. Damn.
Right now, it doesn't have a drop date, so I don't know if that's gonna be the for sure next single.
Okay.
The song though, Nutella, is dope. It's a record I made with Jesse Wilson, also go by Corporal. Personally, I just feel like the record is bigger than me now at the moment.
Damn.
So it's like more, it's just me at a more confident level, more.
You've grown, you've experienced, like you kind of like figured out who you are.
Yeah, it's like the first few months I got signed, I made that song, and it came from a more comfortable me, and then I need to be more aggressive still, so because that's how I feel, you know. So it's like, it's still a dope song though, but with no drop date on it right now.
Yeah, for sure. Now, talk to me about the writing process for you, like that creative process. Is it just you writing these lyrics? You have a team behind you that collaborators, like writers that you're constantly like working with, or is it just like you like figuring this out like on your own?
Yeah, every now and then Kanye West or Drake stop by the house and give me some lyrics.
Just so simple like that.
nah. To be real, I don't write at all. I do all my lyrics for sure.
Okay.
And I don't write as far as for the music that's being put out. None of it's been written. I'm going there and just improvise it. Yeah.
So how are you able to do that? Is it like getting comfortable with producers that you're working with in the studio? Like, is it like how does that work for you?
Well, I'm fully comfortable with myself finally. So it's like someone else like affecting my ability is not a factor no more. I could just bubble myself in anywhere now.
Yeah.
But definitely the vibe with the producer, definitely it is with the engineer recording you, especially if you like to freestyle so fast or record so at such a fast pace, you need someone with quick fingers to record you. So it's like, yeah, if I'm freestyling, I'm working with an engineer. He's like, wait, hold up, pause, punch me in here. He's like, wait, hold up. He's not quick. That will throw you off the vibe.
Right.
So vibe does matter for sure.
Now, do you have that like list of producers, engineers that you want to stick with? Like, or are you still kind of trying to feel it out with like new ones?
There's producers that I would always want to work with. There's no one I would want to stick with or make stick with me because we should want to grow.
Right.
But there's always people I would always want to work with, like my friends. I'm the biggest fan of my friends that produce. Yeah. My boy Donnie Blanks, Nabil. There's a lot. There's so many that I will forever want to work with. But then I would always want to work with others too.
Right.
So just expanding the sound.
So as far as like doing the freestyle sessions in the studio, like how do you prep for that? Like how do you better yourself doing so? Like do you just always just constantly try and freestyle anytime, whether it's something good or not, or do you have like a kind of a formula to be able to create the music?
First, I fully wax my body. Then I oil myself up. I was gonna try to be so serious. Fuck.
You gotta try it again. All right, go.
All right, first, I fully wax my body. Then I oil myself up
Yeah.
and put on my cheetah speedos, and then I slide on my wooden floor into the studio doors, and I get it going.
There you go.
Baywatch, baby.
That's Baywatch is always gonna be on every time you're in the studio.
No, but there's no prep. There's different angles for sure. Whether there's like I'm hanging out with my boys, it's a more personal thing, and we're smoking and vibing and drinking, or there's no drugs or alcohol. Period. Or it just depends on the session, man. There's really no prepping. It's just a vibe, and it's me being prepped enough for the person I'm working with to be comfortable and be like, okay, he's ready to go. I feel more comfortable now too. You know.
Now, one cool thing about you was like in the beginning, you mentioned Slushii. You collaborated with him as well, and then you also collaborated with Party Favor, and it's like not too many rap artists tend to collaborate with EDM. At least it's something that's new for us today. Like, so, how do you feel about that collaboration? And like, do you feel like that could be a lane in its own? Like the rap world, kind of starting to collaborate more with EDM.
Well, I feel like the world of non-genre is the next thing of non-genre specificness, which has a lot to do with like a sub brand I have called Local Trash. It's just like I feel like all music live in between each other, so I don't see it like rap and EDM because I've been rapping on EDM beats since 2009. So it's like the first one I did was by Blue Orchid. Oh, it was called Blue Orchid. I will soothe you, flay you out, lay you alive. One more word and you won't survive. It was like this EDM beat. But I just feel like everything has a pocket to fit other things in it, and just us as having to be like organized as humans. We break it down into rap or EDM. To me, it's vocals and beat. So it's not really like, hey, I'm getting on an EDM song. It's like, no, I'm getting on a beat that suits me. So that's my like way of looking at it. But it is dope to consider like rap EDM. But I feel like it could be fucking country and EDM too. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you're starting, but something's happening right now.
Country and rap, you know?
That's true.
So, but yeah, you know.
So what's next for you right now? Like you're about to like fully kick off the year with music and stuff like that. So what can fans expect in the next like couple months or so?
Oh, nothing. I'm quitting.
That's it. You're done.
It's over.
Yeah.
That's it. Just wanted to get signed.
Your 5 minutes of fame. You're done.
Yeah. Now, I have a project called Madhouse, which is what I was playing here earlier.
Yeah.
That's what I've been working on this whole time and continuing to finish polishing up and shit. But yeah, that's what's coming. That's what's next.
Now, do you see yourself like having any tours, any performances anytime soon? Like, I'm curious what that live show is for you.
Live shows are very personal for me. I'm a people person.
Yeah.
So I want to build myself up to the point where I want to go out and do shows. Right now, I still want to stay tucked in, learn as much as I can, practice as much as I could, become the best artist I could in the studio, and then transfer that into performing and putting on a good show. So I don't want it to just be rap shows no more. I want it to be entertainment.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I dig that. Now, for those that are not familiar, what is it about music like that you chose this as your career path? Like, it's not an easy career path to get into, but also like it's so easy to lose your mind and like kind of blow your head in a sense. But you seem to be like on your feet, like humbled and stuff. So, what is it about music that you chose this as the path?
Hey, yo, listen, B. I ain't choose music. Music chose me, you heard? R.I.P. Pop Smoke, you heard?
That's it.
Yeah, fuck
That's
outta
it.
here. We done.